It was an art class, taught by Mr. Hewing, a great art teacher with a slight knack of deadpan humor. Now, during a break, all the students would chat in groups talking about movies, women, animation, video games, or typical guy shit that guys like to do. Stupid fun that gets us hurt, but we love it. By the time break was over, we're all sitting down about to be taught more artistry to draw because that's what Ewing foresees it. But either way, it came down to the wire. Break was gonna end. I pull out my phone, saying hello to my buddy Frank via text message. The dude was sitting behind me from the other desk, as class was about to start a new lesson. I continuously keep texting my buddy Frank. I could hear the text messages go through his phone. Frank turns around, telling me, "Dude, I'm right behind you. Quit the texting." He tells me this as I nod my head. So I send him another text. I hear the message go through his phone. Frank turns around, staring at me briefly as he turns around to his desk, giving a brief sigh. He sees the text message. In that brief second, as our backs are turned from each other, I hear a phone drop on the other desk. Noticing Frank put his head up, his body beginning to giggle. I begin to giggle because we both knew how stupid, ridiculous texting a friend is sitting almost 5 feet across from you. I just couldn't stop giggling because eventually my face just turned red from the commotion. And Frank was no better because it looked like he was about to giggle out of his chair. Hewing noticed this, moves toward me looking as if I'm about to pass out, and I didn't even realize I was disturbing the class. "Something you want to share with us, David?" Hewing replies in his monotone speech. I see him tower over me like a bird seeing prey. I take a few deep breaths together to gather myself. The class was waiting on me to respond. No, Miss Ewing. I clear my throat. I was just texting an old buddy of mine. We're catching up, joke telling and all that. I did say that I love the guy, but it ain't that type of love. It was more of a mutual understanding. But anyway, I apologize if I was being loud. I'll be responsible here on out. I was standing when he asked me what's up. Sit back down. I feel embarrassed, as if I got a shakedown. Then Frank looks at me, and I see him. Don't say one word to each other for a few seconds. We act with the same giggle, and we both prepare for our next art lesson. Somehow Frank receives a text message, looks at his phone, looks back at me with my hands in my lap, phone on the desk. Suspiciously, he looks around the room, and who could possibly send him a text? And Frank gestures to me, but I tell him no, because I didn't send anything. Not even knowing the number of the person who texted him. I turn back into my own desk to see Hewing check his phone as he puts it away.